Alright, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, doing another Innistrad block draft. We've opened Predator Ooze, which I don't really like. Triple green is tough to use. I mean, it's indestructible and it does constantly get bigger, but it's just too green committing, so I don't want to start with that. Skurzak Flare is very good. It offers a lot of options. Tragic Slip is pretty easily splashable card. Warlord, strong red finisher. Evolving Wilds, obviously good. Griptide's fine. Um, Kind of feeling the Skurzak Flare the most because it's just a powerful effect that you can keep using. Um, it's human, so it's a relevant creature type. I like it, so I think it's gonna be my first pick over the Tragic Slip. Um, I guess Skurzak Flare commits a little bit more because it encourages you to play a lot of humans, but you don't have to play a lot of humans. He can just sack himself. I like Skurzak Flare more than Tragic Slip, I think. I don't know that for a fact, but hey, we'll find out here. So what do I want to follow it up with? Well, the Fires of Undeath looks like a pretty easy choice just because Skurzak Flare is already black. Um, there's the most humans in black or in white and green. So if I were to pick the Lamholt Elder here, that would be good. Let me read the Feed the Pack again. I think this card is actually kind of cool. Beginning of your end step, you may sack a non-token creature if you do put that many wolf tokens, where X is the creature's toughness. Yeah, I mean, Feed the Pack definitely has some applications. Um, I think I'm going to pick the Fires of Undeath just because I can splash for it. It's a double removal spell. I mean, I don't know what else to really say about it. I really like this card. I think it's good, and it's not necessarily going to put me in red. I can just splash for it, and I certainly don't have a problem splashing for Fires of Undeath. I think it's totally worth it. All right. Um, well, we're past another Kessig Recluse, which is kind of a green signal. Still pretty early yet, though. These could just be uh, packs heavy in certain colors. What do I think? There's not a ton of exciting picks in here. The Midnight Guard is fine. It's a human that works with the Skurzak Flare. It's a little early yet to know for a fact that we're being cut on white. I mean, we've only seen, this is the third pack we've seen, and we just, I guess, haven't seen a ton of good white. So, it's not making me eager to jump into it, but at the same time, I'm not eager to jump into green just because of Kessig Recluse. And Flare doesn't really have much interaction with it. But, I mean, Recluse is probably, I think Recluse is almost, without a doubt, just the best card in this pack. The Midnight Guard would let me do more synergy with the Flare, but I think I am going to pick I'm going to go on my instinct that well, now we're getting past white. Okay. Guess my instinct was wrong, because if I had picked the Midnight Guard there, I could have picked the Gavany Ironwright here, which would have worked really well for black-white sort of strategy with this Skurzak Flare. Instead, I believe we're just going to pick the Tragic Slip, which is a good removal spell and a good little lead-in to us cutting black as well. So, at this point, I'm ready to start picking humans. Kind of wish I had before, but that's okay. Still have time. So I'm going to pick the Heretic over the Guard. I like this being able to... It's just cheaper, and it's able to stop undying tricks. So I like that a lot. I'm going to pick the Heretic. We're going to go black-white, I think, which I haven't done in a little while, but I like it. I think it's very good. This Evolving Wilds would let me splash for the Fires of Undeath easier. But kind of feeling the Highborn Ghoul just because puts Intimidate is good in that color. But maybe this is the time to pick the Evolving Wilds. Just allow myself to splash easier. Highborn Ghoul is good, but double black could be difficult in this, especially if we're already 3-color. Double black could have a hard time getting there. So why don't we just pick Evolving Wilds, and that makes me feel a lot better about being fixed on this. Alright, got an awesome human here. Clearly picking the Elgod Inquisitor, which is a good signal for white, so that's good. I'm just going to hide this, well, get the Recluse. No, we're going to take the Guard. I'd rather be in white-black than green black, just because Skurzag Flare, I'd like to be able to toss more humans. Just white in general, always good to be in. And black-white has a lot of cool stuff that they can do together. Here we're pretty clearly picking the Skillful Lunge, which is a totally legitimate trick. A good one, in fact. Nothing super exciting here. Crushing Vines. Gruesome Discovery for sideboard is a possibility, but it's not a very good sideboard option. If you Morbid, then you get to choose to. I don't really like it, but it's possible we play that out of side, so I'll take it. I'm not anxious to play Sanctuary Cat, but it's not much of anything else in this pack, so I suppose we'll take it in case we're hard up for playables. Torturer, get another sack outlet that's relevant for morbid creatures like Morkrup Banshee and a couple others kind of escaping me right now. I think we're going to take another Skillful Lunge. I'd rather get another trick, and I like this trick. I think it's a good one. Late Chant, but that's not typically a signal. I think we'll take the Executioner's Hood for our sideboard. So still sort of on this black-white human strategy, which I think is fine. Is good, actually, if I can find some tools to support it. We look okay right now. We could use some better creatures, but the white ones that we have are very good. I love Vel'God Inquisitor, so I was happy to see that rather late. Kind of screwed up one picking that Recluse. I had a suspicion that we were being cut on white, but that wasn't necessarily true. Now we're mostly white, and then we have some good black and a good splash red card. Last pick of Chant of the Skiff Saying is a little bit surprising, since I think that just means someone signaling to us that they're certainly not in blue and they want us to take it. But unfortunately, we are not in blue either, so it looks like we're going to have some competition in our colors. But we'll see how this goes. I think we're still good. This Evolving Wilds looks real good already since we're 3-color. Obviously, a Lingering Souls would have been pretty amazing out of that Dark Ascension pack, but at this point, I'm pretty sure everyone's aware that you first pick a Lingering Soul, so there wasn't a great chance that we get it. Here, I'm pretty sure we're just taking the Priest, which has the best synergy with Skurzag Flare, being able to toss it, but it's also just a creature that can stop other creatures. So Priest is very good. Abattoir Ghoul is also fine, is actually very good. I like Abattoir Ghoul, but I prefer the Priest, and we can hope to pick up some awesome human removal, or human equipment, like Butcher's Cleaver and Silver Inlaid Dagger, Sharpened Pitchfork. We passed a Heavy Matic earlier because even though that rewards you for playing humans, I don't really like Heavy Matic. It's too much of an investment. Alright, we were past the Cursive Death's Hold, so pretty clearly picking that over the Unburial Rites and the Deadweight, and the Silver Inlaid Dagger and the Cloistered Youth. So there were a ton of good playables in here for us, but none of those are better than Cursive Death's Hold, which just can completely wreck some people. In fact, most of the time it wrecks people. So getting past Curse there is pretty awesome for us. Is going to help our deck a lot. Alright, well, look at that. Got past a Slayer of the Wicked, so happy to pick that up here over the Doom Traveler, which has very good synergy, once again, with the Flare, but Slayer of the Wicked has fine synergies with the Flare and happens to kill something most of the time when it comes in. Is like a removal spell for 3/4 of the creature types in the environment, you know? So, this card's amazing. Happy to pick that up there. So, where are we at? We're definitely looking good now. We're looking like we're on the right track, we're in the right colors, getting good picks, so I'm already satisfied with where we're at. Can we continue down this good route? Alright, so what do we have? We've got the Thraben Sentry, which probably has the best synergy with the Flare, since you can toss a human and then make this guy huge, and then eventually toss this guy if you have to. Otherwise, the Blazing Torch would probably be fine with our cheap creatures. Moment of Heroism is an amazing trick. I believe we're going to take the Thraben Sentry, because right now we're looking like we don't have a lot that can kill our opponent, and Thraben Sentry can definitely kill your opponent, and has some good morbid interactions. Spectre Rider is fine too. Smite is, I'm never really impressed with Smite, but you can take it. Moment is something that I would like here as well, as is the Torch. Both of those would be great, but we're going to take the Sentry. I like the interaction it's got with the Flare, and we need Finisher, so I'm happy all around with that. Alright, I'm amazingly happy with this Midnight Haunting pick. Not only is it perfect in our curve right now, but it's just an amazing card. Super powerful. Picking white, I'm really happy that we picked white. This is turning out to be a great decision. Us cutting white early was great. We're happily picking up the Chapelgeist here. So it looks like at this point we're just heavy white, splashing both the black and the red. Could pick up a Shimmering Grotto for fixing easier, but I believe the Pitchfork is... well, I guess we have a Voiceless Spirit too. How many humans do we have right now? We've got... Let's just cut Cat. I doubt we're going to have to play that. So we've got the Priest, Flare, Heretic, Guard, Inquisitor, Slayer, Thraben. That's a ton of humans. This Pitchfork looks like it will be pretty good in this deck. But Voiceless Spirit is such a good flyer. I'm going to go with the Pitchfork on this one. I feel like we're getting enough humans where this will be very beneficial for us. I believe. I'm happy to take a Rebuke here. This card's just good. Happy to take a removal spell. Even though typically in most decks in this block, you're super aggressive, so Rebuke isn't the greatest because you want to just get in there. You want to remove their creatures from being able to block, whereas Rebuke removes them when they're attacking you, but still, it's a fine playable. I'm happy to get Rebuke. Nothing in here is standing out as particularly good. I guess we'll take the... If there's a mill deck, maybe they'd want to play the Curse, so I guess I'll take that. Altar's Reap is very good, but I think Selfless Cathar is going to be the pick here with the Flare. It's got the best interaction, so I like the Cathar. Happy to take that. Okay, so we've got Rotting Fensnake, which I don't believe we'd play. I don't know if we'd really play any of these. I guess I'll take the Ghoulcaller's Chant just in case our Flare dies and we need to get that back. It's also fine with Slayer of the Wicked. It's just not really great in this deck in general, but there's a chance that we pick up some zombies later that I might want that for. Here we'll definitely take the Smite, which I don't think we're going to have to main deck, but there's a chance that we can. We'll take the Maw for the sideboard in case we have to deal with something we can't. Second to last pick, Spare from Evil, really shouldn't happen that often because I feel like this is a very good sideboard option. So we're heavy white. I'm happy to be heavy white. I like what white can do for tempo a lot. So I'm very happy with the way that this deck looks right now. Oh my god. Look at this pack. Clearly once again taking Curse of Death's Hold. You don't pass Curse of Death's Hold when you're in black. I've done that before, and I had a lot of people that were mad at me for that. I would have loved to grab up this Butcher's Cleaver, but there's a better chance that I see another Butcher's Cleaver than second Curse of Death's Hold. That's just gonna wreck people. That's outrageously strong. Wow, not a ton of on-color stuff here for us. So I could take the Traveler's Amulet for more fixing, but I think I'd rather have the Moment, just because Moment of Heroism is such a good card. I love this card. So in those close battles, Moment can just make it where you win. So we'll take that over the mana fixing. I think I'd like that more. Here, clearly taking the Screeching Bat, which is just a good black pick in general, and one that I'm happy to take. Flyers are good. Wow, alright, so we're already splashing the red for the fires. I believe I'm going to take the Rally of the Peasants here. I only have 10 creatures, and we're on our last pack. That's something I didn't keep in mind. I guess the Midnight Haunting also counts as a creature, but beyond that, not a ton of creatures in here. So, am I concerned about that? A little bit, but I think either way, I don't want a second Rebuke. I think I'd rather have the Rally, so I'll take that. So we're in the business, and we're in the market for creatures, particularly humans. So I guess we'll take the Unruly Mob here. That's got the best interaction with the Flare. So yeah, do Unruly Mob. Guess we'll do the Disciple. Just trying to pick up some more humans. That Cleaver definitely would have looked real good here, but Once again, I couldn't pick it over the Curse of Death's Hold. Curse of Death's Hold's just too good. Not a ton of other options for us, really. I think just Disciple is going to be what we're looking for. Alright, we'll take a second Sentry, which actually looks really good now, since we're already hard up for creatures. So, at least we're filling out our creatures here at the end. And yeah, we even get a sweet one in this deck, so certainly taking the Elder Cathar. Amazing synergy with the Flare. Being able to kill one of their creatures while boosting either your Flare or some other human. Flipping your Sentry, so got some good synergies in here. I mean, we have 2 Curse of Death's Hold too, which is just insane. How many zombies do we even have? Do we have 0 zombies? Yes, we have 0 zombies. So not super likely I'd play the Ghoul Raiser. Not super likely I'm playing the Abbey Griffin either. But, do I need a Corpse Lunge? No, I don't think we do. Guess I'll take the Abbey Griffin in case I need to play it. None of this is particularly good. I don't think I want to play a Manor Skeleton. I guess the Crab is probably the most annoying to go against. No, I guess this gains life. I don't really know. I'm not impressed with any of these. I guess I'll take the Hollow Scavenger. Let's see. Thraben Pureblood. Most likely, if I need more creatures, I'd probably play this. Don't really need a Corpse Lunge, I don't think. So I guess I'll take a Pureblood. Not really playing either of these. Guess we can take this for sideboard if we need it. Don't think that we will. Most likely to be blown out by Spectral Flight, so I guess we'll take that. And I don't think anybody's doing Mill, but we'll take the Dream Twist anyway. And we get a last pick, Rotting Fen Snake. So, kind of cool. We have 2 Curse of Death's Hold. I'm excited to make this into a deck, so I'll be with you in a second. Okay, so this is what I've come up with. I cut a Rebuke and a Skillful Lunge last. We have some really good sideboard options, actually. We've got Maw of the Mire for random annoying lands that we have to deal with. We've got Smite the Monstrous for big bombs. We've got, what else do we have? We've got the Rebuke in case we have to deal with some bomb. We've got Executioner's Hood for playing an opponent that doesn't have white or black creatures. Skillful Lunge, another trick if we need it, and Spare from Evil for like spider spawning or other stuff that's playing non-humans. So, good sideboard options. Main deck looks really good. I mean, we have 2 Curse of Death's Hold, so how bad could we really be, you know? This card's, I mean, this card just takes over games. That card's insane. Definitely playing the Pitchfork. We have a ton of kind of weak humans, and we didn't end up getting that Butcher's Cleaver, so I guess we don't have a ton of outs to Butcher's Cleaver either, do we? I guess not. So that kind of sucks, but that's okay. Once again, double Curse of Death's Hold. I've never gotten to run 2 Curse of Death's Hold, so that's really strong. The Rally the Peasants, I think, is actually really relevant in this deck since we have access to the Flashback. Fires of Undeath is a fine removal spell. We have good tricks. Tricks are very good in tempo decks like this. We've got the Tragic Slip, and the Slayer, and the Double Curse once again. So yeah, we have a good removal suit. This deck looks, and the Priest. So we have a good removal. Our creatures are a little bit lackluster, but we have stuff to kill them. The Thraben Sentries are fine, and Rally the Peasants, when you have enough dudes, is fine too. I mean, Midnight Haunting, Rally the Peasants is very strong. So this deck looks cool. Screeching Bat is also a kill condition. Turns into a 5/5. This deck looks good. It looks like it could definitely win a draft, so we'll see if we can get there. I will see you round 1. Wish me luck.